is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm
What's up, guys? It's Toby Rosario, and in today's video I wanted to walk you guys through an active rehab. This is actually one of my buyers. I sold this buyer I think 3 or 4 properties, and I've also sold the house I think like 2 blocks down, and I have a video on that. But so this rehab was actually going to be a wholesale deal. Well, I'll walk you guys through what exactly the situation is. I'm going to have the wholesaler kind of describe the situation. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, don't forget to give this video a like. It does help with the algorithm. Give this video a like. All right, so let's go ahead and go inside here. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is the actual rehab right here. So this is the wholesaler. So if you wanna, this is the guy that we, hold on, this is the guy we did the other video with on the other rehab. This is the other wholesaler I worked on the deal with that we sold a couple blocks down.
And we actually sold one across the street too? Yeah,
we sold one across the street. So go ahead and tell the people about this particular deal, the situation, and how you came across it.
This came in, I purchased this property for $16,000. I had like a lien on it, so it was like $18,000 altogether.
And you got this from the auction?
Yeah, this is the auction property.
Right.
You know, before it was all saturated, I wouldn't recommend anybody to go there. But anyway, I bought it for $18,000. Property needed a major rehab. It was real dirty on the inside. I put it up for $30,000. A couple people bid on it. People were scared though because of the trash and all that. So I ended up giving it to my partner, which was my brother. Gave it to him for $23,000. Made a $5,000 spread because he's actually told me. Actually, one of my other friends, the house we went to a couple of weeks back, the Church Street house, where we're looking. He told me to rehab it, and I said, "Nah, bro. You know, I don't like this area to rehab." He told me, "Leave. Why don't you rehab and put it on the market? You never know. You and your brother rehab." And I told him, "Nah." So I just gave it to my brother. With a small commission, said, you know, take it. He was gonna rent it. Right. So what ended up happening was one of our friends had a house like literally like maybe a mile from here, literally down the street.
Down the street, yeah.
And he had it rented for a while. He got the tenants out. He put it on the market for $102,000. I told him he was nuts. No way you get $102,000. He ended up going into contract for $96,000 on that property. That changed everything. So my brother ended up rehabbing it. And he had a contractor in here. He lost some money with that contractor. He did a bad job. He got some guy we usually do work for, a little bit more expensive, but he gets the job done. Ended up fixing it up. Took him about 6 to 8 months fixing it up. And ended up finishing it up. He put about 35 into it, but he had lost a couple of grand on the first contractor. So he really, to fix it all up, was like $28,000, and he lost the other money. So
his all-in price is how much?
Like 55, 56.
55, 56.
But it's like 6 to 7 grand into that shit again.
Right, because of the previous contract.
So he ended up fixing it up, and I told him, you know, listen, put it on the market for about $93,000. He said, no, put it on the market for $99,000. I said, you know, put it. Somebody might buy it. You might get some offers. Literally put it on the market about 2 weeks ago. The first 3 days he got an offer, $19,000. He said, "Lee, I'm about to take this offer, but I want 93." I said, "Bro, listen, take it, man. Just take it. You know, fuck it. Just wipe your hands clean. Take it." So he said, "Take it." So he told the realtor, which is the realtor we work with, take it. And she said, "All right, I'll take it." She called me the next day and said he had another offer, $97,000. He ended up taking that one. He about to go into contract a couple of days from now. $97,000. He made great profit on this house. It just shows you, you know. I'm gonna end up showing this house to everybody that I try to sell it to them. I'm telling you, you messed up. Because some people, you know, because it's me, they don't want to give me the money, but they'll give somebody else the money. Right. But this was a great deal for him, man. He ended up making like $37,000.
Yeah. So a couple things there. So the number one thing that happened was a comp was created. Yeah. So a house down the street sold for $96,000. So that now an appraiser can look at that. Okay, this house is similar to this one. This is what the houses in this area are going to be worth. What the house sold for down the street. So that's why he got an offer at $97,000. So he was all in around. Let's just round it off. Let's say $60,000, and he's going to make around 30 plus thousand profit. You know, after realtor commission, closing costs, and things like that. But The thing that kind of stood out for me was, so we sold a house. He's the one that brought me the buyer on a house that we sold on the street. Now I'm thinking I actually sold it a lot cheaper to the buyer, because that buyer, he got it for what? It was $27,000.
Yeah, he got it for $27,000.
And how much did he put into it?
He put like 20 something into it.
So he's gonna be around almost the same price.
He has it running right now for $10.50. And I actually rented it for him for $10.50. And he called me the other day. He said, you know, I'm gonna lose a little bit on that house, man. I'm actually gonna call him a little bit and tell him not. Because what happened is in this area, I don't know if Toby told you outside. They built the school like right there, a new school. They built up new factories. They got 3 new factories going on around here, and they just okayed a plaza. This area is coming up a lot.
Right.
It's coming up a lot, and you can get in here cheap still. Well, not that cheap. The market's crazy, but it's a great area. So I'm taking me and my brother are thinking about buying and holding this area for the future reference, because it's like, I believe this part, anything close, we're about a mile away from downtown, right?
Yeah, about.
So
you guys are not fully gentrified, but they're on the rise, right?
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of activity happening. If you could get in there early, you can make a shit ton of money. This is a perfect example. Like, you know, originally there's going to be a buy and hold rental. A comp sold down the street, like 2 blocks down the street, for $96,000, and this one is under contract for $97,000. Now, anybody who comes in this area to rehab, they already have comps solid comps, because there's some sold properties that are similar.
I'm
to this
thinking
area.
about buying an area now.
Right. I would even consider, now that I hear this, you know, the last deal that we sold down the street. You know, if we would have gotten that, maybe I would have partnered up with somebody to fully fund the rehab.
You got it at a great price.
You know, it was a good deal. So walk us through this rehab here and kind of walk us through.
We still, like, it's not even finished right now.
It's still relatively
kind of crazy. It's a kitchen, fully renovated kitchen.
Right. So you see splash, backsplash, you see all that.
It's gonna come. We're gonna get
obviously everything is
stove. Everything's stove. Everything matches.
Right. Everything is brand new. You gotta obviously do a full rehab.
This house is very, very good. It's a full rehab, but
yeah. And another thing I want to point out is, so originally, if you guys were listening to what he said, nobody wanted to buy it, right? So because it looked, you know, the rehab looked kind of bad, and nobody wanted to buy it at the price that they were selling it for, because originally it was just a wholesale deal. But you know, if you know where you're buying, and you can see, like, if you know what's going on in the area, you can see the potential. And it turns out that, you know, that particular property that sold down the street, it created an opportunity where instead of buying and holding and renting it, you can fix it and flip it. But other buyers couldn't see that, right? They didn't even think about that other avenue that they could have taken. So it's just something to think about. Sometimes if you can't sell a property, if you do the research around that area, you might be able to get a lot more than you originally thought. You might be sitting on a gold mine. If you just sit back, take your time, let me see what's the best option I can go. So that's something that kind of applies.
When we get deals in, if we could keep some of them. My brother usually buys and holds more than me. I usually sell everything. I only keep commercial properties. But we keep it. He was going to rent this for about $1,100, $1,200. He had like 3 potential renters already.
Right.
But you know, he just got lucky, man. He got real lucky on this deal. I don't think it's really luck, but
you know, sometimes opportunity comes knocking, and you gotta open the door. And
I regret it. I regret a little bit selling it to him and not getting partner with him with the rehab.
Yeah, I'm definitely now I'm gonna consider like this particular subdivision and try to get some deals around this particular area.
I'll buy, bro. If you don't want to flip it.
Yeah.
I'll buy.
I mean, depending on how great of a deal. Like I said, I'm not a big fix and flip guy. I rather like a fast nigga rather than a slow dime. But if that slow dime is 20 cents, then you know, it's something I definitely consider.
Here. I mean, think about this particular area. I think a lot of people don't know.
Right.
This is an area right now where it's coming up. Not a lot of people are aware. You see the work going in the area, but I honestly wasn't aware. I feel like I know a lot about real estate. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I know a lot. A year ago, I didn't know. And now that I look back and see what they offer, I'm like, okay, this is the reason this area is getting like. This is the reason why houses are selling so much around here. Because it's not a lot in relative terms, only $97,000. But when you look at the area, you'll be like, $97,000. You'd be like,
It's a lot.
Really?
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's in the, you know, what we're used to calling, it's in the hood, right? It's not
Yeah.
in
So
the-
you just like grew up 2 blocks away
Yeah,
from him.
yeah. I actually live down the street.
Yeah.
Couple blocks down, but
Yeah.
that's it, guys. So you heard the numbers, and then once it fully sells, we'll go through that as well. But that's essentially it. He was all in. We're gonna round up just to be very conservative. He was all in 60, and he's gonna hit a deal.
All in $60, $97
Yeah.
in the contract.
Yep.
Up 97,000, not 37,000 on profit.
Yeah.
He gets a better price on the realtor's fees because he's still stable.
Right, exactly.
So
Yep. So it's all about you know, whenever an opportunity comes knocking, you better be ready to open that door.
I have a couple other deals. I'm gonna show Toby. Hopefully we'll get them online in a couple of weeks. I have like two or three more deals I'm working on.
Nice. Peace.